So coming back to next chapter, which is chapter 3, water resources for your term 1 MCQs CBSE. We would be practicing questions, the kind of MCQs which can come from the chapter on water resources. For more practice, we have elaborate set of questions which are available here on the link given. Coming on to the very first thing is, what is water scarcity and how do we manage it? So it's not just actually the lack of water, but water scarcity can be caused due to unequal distribution of water, over exploitation, excessive use, and unequal access by different social groups. So there can be various reasons which can account for water scarcity, not just lack of water. So first thing, the next thing is, when we are revolutionizing techniques, we are creating drought resistant crops, we are moving towards dry farming, and these are the techniques through which we reduce the input of water in agriculture and create better sustainable food grains. Now this is a case study where Israel versus India is mentioned. Israel has a annual water rainfall of less than 25 centimeters. India has somewhere around 114 centimeters. Still, we see there is a lot of water management that needs to be done in India. Why? So there are various questions that we would address. How interlinking can be one of the solutions, but many of those are beyond your level. So we would stick to exclusively what is there in your textbook and the questions based on that. So post independence, we have seen higher cases of industrialization and urbanization. We have many MNCs coming up, and therefore more pressure on freshwater resources. Industries are using lot of water resources, and how much electricity is generated from hydroelectric power points. So it is 22%, again a very basic question. Then there are fragile water resources which are overexploited, and we have seen rising depletion of those in the many of the regions. Mismanagement of water and overexploitation is another important reason that we need to discuss. And then multi-purpose river projects, what are those, how do they manage water conservation, or how do water resource management occurs with multi-purpose river projects. To begin with, some of the ancient facts, quick questions for MCQs from these section. Srirangavarapuram near Allahabad had the water harvesting channeling system for river Ganga, and this was during the 1st century BC. So where it was, near Allahabad, and which river, again important. During the time of whose rule dams and irrigation systems were built? So answer is Chandragupta Maurya. Similarly, we have seen irrigation works during the regions of Kaling, Nagarjun Konda, Kolhapur. So those are some of the areas where we have seen excellent water works and irrigation works which have seen. Bhopal Lake, one of the artificial lakes, and Hauz Khas in Delhi, constructed by Iltutmish for providing water to the Siri fort, are good examples. Now these are again important for your MCQ point of view. What is dam? So definition of dam is important. So it refers to a reservoir, not just a structure. And most dams have a section which is known as a spillway or weir, over which or through which it is intended that the water would flow continuously or intermittently. And this is again important. The heights can be categorized, and we have the low dam, medium dam, and high dams. So dams, how do they control water? And besides electricity, what are their other uses? So it's flood control, fish breeding, recreation, inland navigation, industrial uses, domestic usage are some of the examples. Now some major projects: Bhakra Nagal on Satluj Byas river, similarly Hirakund on Mahanadi river in Odisha. Those are some of the examples. Who called temples of modern India, dams, as temples of modern India? So it was the hydroelectric power projects as temples of modern India, called by Jawaharlal Nehru. Then we have, what are the problems? So there are various oppositions regarding big dams. What are those? Poor sedimentation, lot of poor sediment flow, lot of sedimentation, rockier streams which can be witnessed, and then there is poor aquatic system which develops. We have taken classes related to super dam, Three Gorges dam, but those are again beyond your topic. The idea here is how these dams have been making it difficult for migratory species to thrive, and especially the spawning of the migratory species becomes difficult. Then we have some major movements related to it. Narmada Bachao and Tehri Dam are some of those. Sardar Sarovar Dam, which states water is conserved through the Narmada, and the details of Sardar Sarovar are important. So again, important for your MCQ point of view. Narmada Bachao Andolan, what was it? Where it was mobilized? Again, an important question. Then irrigation has changed the cropping pattern. So we have seen with dams with the interstate water disputes rising. For example, Krishna Godavari water dispute, always a major dispute between Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. And then we have diversions of water at Konya by Maharashtra government for various multipurpose projects, which is again inter water dispute. Now this diagram itself is important not only for map location but also for your MCQ purpose. So for example, the three dams, Rana Pratap Sagar, Gandhi Sagar and Kota Barrage on Chambal River. Similarly, we have the Konar, Tilian, Panchat and Mathyon on Damodar, Parvara on Godavari, Koyna on Krishna River, Tungabhadra on Tungabhadra River, Nagarjun Sagar. Then you have Mettur Dam. So the list of the dams, where they are located, which river, is an important question. Coming on next is rainwater harvesting. How rainwater harvesting is important and how it is actually done. What is rooftop water harvesting, where it is mainly practiced, Rajasthan. Then we have the floodplains of various regions, how inundation channels have been built in those areas, and what are they called in different parts. So for example, Khadins in Jaisalmer, Johar in other parts of Rajasthan. So the names and the location are again important. So that is how we talk about recharge. Then we have the storage of water, which is known as underground tank or tankas, and how they are filled with the first spill of rain. Then we have various projects. One of the remote village examples of Gendathur in Mysore, Karnataka has been given, where rooftop water harvesting systems have been installed across the village. Similarly, we have Palar Pani, which is mainly for purest form of natural water or the rainwater, and various systems have been built for conservation. Shillong in Meghalaya is another area where rooftop water harvesting systems is done. Cherrapunji and Mansaram have very high rainfalls, and still Shillong, which is very close to it, faces acute water shortage. So what is the reason for it, and then how this has been overcome with rooftop water harvesting solutions. Tamil Nadu, which is the first state in India to make rooftop water harvesting compulsory for all the houses. So the answer is Tamil Nadu. Again, an important MCQ based question from this section. Then we have in Meghalaya, what is bamboo drip irrigation system? So bamboos are cut vertically, horizontally, and then you have water that moves through those bamboo pipes, and this is the way it actually provides water to the various regions. So again, an important question. And some MCQs asked on what is multipurpose river, what actually do you mean by water scarcity, how do you differentiate regions which suffer from water scarcity and non-water scarcity, and some of the statements you have to identify what is the mistake in the statement and rewrite the statement. So these kind of MCQs can come from this section. Again, from picture based studies, we have what is Khul, an important question. So Khul is a circular village tank, and this is an example of Khaza village where the water is conserved. Okay, similarly we have the example of rooftop water harvesting systems which is given, and then the underground tank, the map location which talks about the various important dams across India. So again, map based question from this section, which is important, location of the various dams. And then we have questions related to ancient hydraulic systems which are important from this section. So we have pinpointed what are the things that you must focus on while reading this chapter for your term 1 MCQs. We would be covering the next chapter of geography in the next lecture. Stay tuned for updates. Wish you good luck.